Who are you and why are you standing?
Hello, my name's Alex Culley and I've lived in Eastleigh since 2016. I'm a small business owner and the purpose of that business is to help other businesses practice good governance and sound risk management. And that's one of the main reasons why I'm standing in this election. Did you know that last year, Eastleigh Borough Council was reported to have accumulated debt in excess of 530 million? Needless to say, if this debt gets out of control, this could threaten cuts to public services and also large council tax rises for you and your family. I think the main reason behind this is that the council is predominantly made up of members from one party, the Liberal Democrats, and that what we really need are additional voices who can hold this council to account for its spending decisions and other decisions that affect us all.
My name's Jack Stapleton and I'm standing in the local elections in the Eastleigh Central ward so that the residents of Eastleigh Central can have a chance to vote for someone who will listen to their voices and put their concerns first, who cares about the community and will always prioritise the planet, basically so that they can vote Green.
Hi there, I'm Josh Constable, your Labour and Cooperative candidate at this year's Borough Council elections. I live in Central Eastleigh and work for the NHS in town. I'm also one of your town councillors on Eastleigh Town Council. I've spent the last 7 years campaigning in Eastleigh because I want to make it the vibrant community town it once was and can be again. I'm standing because I have a plan to make Eastleigh better.
How would you make a difference locally?
So I would put my legal and business knowledge to work on your behalf to try and achieve three ends. The first is to offer more effective and informed scrutiny of the council's affairs. The second is to monitor the effectiveness of certain welcome measures that are introduced, for example, in relation to dog fouling. And third, to try and find ways of sprucing up the town centre, getting some of those disused units back up and running again.
The first thing that I'd want to do to make a change locally is give local residents more of a say in decisions that are being made that affect their local area and that affect their lives. I think where the council has been under the control of one party for a long time, they've maybe started to take that power for granted and stop listening to local residents' concerns as much. Whereas I, as a sort of fresh face on the council, would be available and accessible to residents' concerns and would be listening to that feedback and acting on it wherever possible.
As your borough councillor, I will have the power to scrutinise decisions, push forward positive action plans and make sure it's residents whose concerns and interests are being championed at every stage. I'm the only candidate at these hustings with a record of delivery and a record of showing up all year round. I've spent the last 7 years doing it. I spent the last 2 years on the town council doing it. And as a borough council, I will make sure it's your concerns and your future that are front and centre of all decision making on the borough council.
One last call. Anything you'd like to say?
Finally, I'd just like to state that I'm a backer of the New Culture Forum's 10 pledges, as outlined in their latest work, State of Emergency. They really are producing some excellent stuff, and I would really recommend that you check out their website. They really are offering different perspectives to the way that politics is being done in this country at the moment. And thanks very much for your time, and I look forward to meeting some of you, hopefully. Cheers.
I would like to say thank you to everyone for taking part and to everyone watching, especially those who haven't necessarily considered voting Green before. I'd really love for you to consider putting a cross next to your local Green candidate's name on May the 2nd. We might not have the resources or the funding of the bigger parties, but that just means that we're going to fight harder for you and we're not going to take that support for granted. So, thanks everyone.
I urge everyone watching this to go away and look up our local manifesto. After 4 years now, Labour is still the only party to have put pen to paper and detailed what we will do differently for our town and detailed our long-term vision for the Borough of Eastleigh should we gain power. I will oppose all wasteful spending on Eastleigh Borough Council and ensure transparency and openness in ongoing projects with a vital focus on value for money and community delivery. You can read more about my plans in detail, but what I would like to end on is saying that the results in Eastleigh Central are on a knife edge. Recounts are now a common occurrence at these local elections because I am so close to beating the Liberal Democrats. Sadly, 2/3 of people, that's 5,000 people, don't vote in these elections, so every vote will count. Your vote could be the deciding one. I hope I can count on your support, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to get in touch. Thank you. Bye-bye.